Graham Rawlins with our Friday edition of News Geelong. The COGG Council 2012-2013 proposed budget continues to support growth and community infrastructure. From the world of Geelong sport, Mitch Scoop Cleary updates us with the latest, while from the weather world we'll bring you the Geelong and Surf Coast area weather forecast expected over the next 6 days. Established in 1983, the Victorian Multicultural Commission provides independent advice to the state government to inform on the development and legislative and policy frameworks. A VMC conference was held in Geelong recently, as Ian Nichols reports.
The council chambers here at Geelong City Hall are the scene of a very important conference today. The Victorian Multicultural Commission is having its first meeting of its Barwon South West Advisory Council. Some very important people on this board, and we're speaking first of all with the Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Nicholas Kotsiris.
The regional councils are to be at the grassroots level, are there to find out exactly what the issues are which affect newly arrived migrants. And while we think in Melbourne we've got all the ideas, it's always good to listen to the people and listen to find out exactly where we should be spending our money, what type of programs are relevant, and that's the aim of the regional councils, is to go out, speak to the community and come back and tell us.
The idea, of course, has been to allow the communities here in this region to the opportunity to express themselves.
Well, it's a very widespread multicultural spread we have here, isn't it, in Geelong? They come from all around the world. Precisely.
I mean, Geelong and its vicinity around it, it's one of the most multicultural areas that we've experienced, along with some of the areas that are growing very quickly, like Gippsland. But Geelong is fantastic. You know, what you do here locally with the council, with Diversitat, is just fantastic.
I think to be able to be close to the voices and to understand the issues that are characterising and putting flavour into each region and what the issues are, and to understand those and to be able to bring them back to the Commission is an exciting way to operate. So we have a really good group of people in our Advisory Council. We're going to all put our heads together. We're going to come with different perspectives, and I think it's going to be an exciting initiative in terms of getting everyone together around the table to talk about these things.
It's a good thing for Geelong that we've got such a diverse community, and I think hopefully the committee, which is going to be cover quite a big area actually, I think all the way down to the, down the coast, is going to be represent. We can raise up issues, and then that can feed into Spring Street in Melbourne, and we can push, the needs that we have here in the local area.
Yeah, well, the Minister seemed to be very responsive to what's happened already, and I think he's looking forward to getting those ideas around the table today.
Yeah, well, good. I hope so, because we've all got a few. So, there's always obviously funding issues, and it's about trying to keep ahead of the game. I mean, whether we believe it or not, that the Geelong and the region's going to continue to grow, and migration in all its forms is going to be a part of that. Not just from overseas, but from other parts of Australia.
At City Hall for the Multicultural Commission, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. The City of Greater Geelong Council has considered the 2012-13 budget proposed as we speak with Mayor John Mitchell in the first of a News Geelong series of budget discussions with COG councillors. John, a city in transition and a theme of aged services, family services and a strong community budget.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Graham. It is a strong community budget. This council has been, really strongly focused on, community values and the like. And, that's what, if you read the budget in any detail, that's what it's delivered. And as you say, a city in transition, yes, we are a city in transition. We're certainly doing a lot of work in that area, and I can tell you right here and now, we are going very, very well at it. We've had Newcastle, Wollongong, Ipswich, all those cities down here and looking at us, and we're certainly well ahead of the game there too.
And John, you made the point that, and to quote, envy of every other regional city in Australia with our major events.
Yeah, well, we certainly are. We've got a great major events program. We've got the air show this year, which is an international air show. We had the UCI World Road Cycling Championships, we all well know. We've got the 2013 Masters Games here. So, we've got a great major events program. And it really does bring, not only economically, it brings a lot of money to the city, but what it does do is bring a lot of joy to the city. Most of these events, or nearly all of these events, are free events. A lot of people come and watch them, and they're participatory events as well. So they're not only big events, they're small events as well. But we have them basically every weekend.
I think one of the solid factors that came out in the budget from a citizen's viewpoint, John, was the maintenance of services, your employment levels, the community involvement, the openness of council and its availability of councillors to constituents, and the customer service centres, the 8 of them around our great city, continue to again be an outstanding feature of our city.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And the people that work in the customer service centre is, they're outstanding. And what councils can forget at times, but this council certainly hasn't done that, is that we are in the delivery of customer service. And people at the coalface, they are, they're what people see and what they think of council. So, I've always had an open door policy. Anyone writes a letter to the editor, I can find their phone number, I ring them up and discuss their letter. And the councillors have all been the same. We believe that we're the conduit for the community to be able to voice their opinions, both good and bad, and I certainly won't walk away from that. I think that I'm happy to discuss what we've done, and if we've done something wrong, I'm happy to discuss that as well, and if we have, let's rectify it. But I'm really proud of this budget. We set a strategic plan some 4 years ago. We've kept our rate rise to 4.9. There is a plus 2% for the carbon tax, which we have no control over. But we said 4 years ago that that's where we'd keep it. We've increased our spend on roads and footpaths and parks and the like. So when you look at from the start to where we are now, we've got, I think it was $260 million spend our council has got this year in the budget. And we've increased all our services, and we've kept the rate where we believe it should be.
And finally, John, the publicly stated support for a great job being done by our CEO, Steve Griffin.
Oh, look, Steve's a superstar. He's an absolute superstar. He's a workaholic, which is probably a good thing. But what Steve is a Geelong person that gets Geelong, and he's a people's person. Steve, once again, he's very, very approachable. He understands the councillor's role. He's got a team around him of his executive team is a team that he's got around him that certainly support him in what he does. But no, Steve's a superstar, and he's no disrespect to anyone else, but Steve is probably the best appointment we've ever made.
Thank you, Ian, and you keep up your daily dose. As we go to a break on this Friday edition of News Geelong, don't forget you can Twitter us on our Twitter account @NewsGeelong31 with your thoughts and comments. We'll return with more news after this.